AFK methods are one of the best ways to earn money with very little effort in Grand Theft Auto Online. There's a lot of businesses which can make you millions upon millions every single night without lifting a single finger. We have businesses like the Bunker, which obviously have super easy sale missions and earn a lot of money. We have businesses like the Nightclub, which literally don't ever get raided, and not only that, have just such a high income because you don't have to restock them, you don't have to resupply the Nightclub, it's just going to keep earning money with those warehouse technicians. You've got the Acid Lab, you've got the Agency, the Bail Office, while I may not like it, still does have some passive income, the Garment Factory has passive income. Basically, most businesses in the game at this point have passive income. One of my favorite is the Salvage Yard because overnight you can literally earn upwards of $200,000 just from salvaging 2 vehicles. That's a lot of extra cash. But there's a downside, and that is Rockstar will kick you from your session if you're AFK for more than 15 minutes and you haven't touched a single button or moved your character. Now, there have obviously been many methods throughout the years which allow you to go AFK without being kicked. Unfortunately, to what I've been told, just about every single one has been patched. Some of the older methods, like going on cameras, have been patched. Going into your apartment and watching other players has been patched. Going into the LS Carmi and reversing and staying on the exit screen has been patched. And that's not the only ones. We also have glitches that involve going over to the casino and staring at the inside track. That's been patched. Swapping DJs has been patched. And the latest one being the taxi method has also been patched to at least what you guys have told me in the comment section. And that's just about every single AFK method I can think of. Now, obviously, if you guys in the comments have any new methods, let me know, because obviously I'm always down to hear what you guys have to say and how you can go AFK without being kicked. But today, I'm going to be talking about some outside-the-box methods, which are going to be able to allow you to go AFK, and will not hurt your remote or, PC in any way. So, as always, if you enjoy this type of content and you would like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below, because at the end of the day, I'm here for you guys. I'm trying to make videos to help you out and make your way through life a lot easier. So, let's start off with PC players, and we'll move over to console, right? Being a PC player is never easier to go AFK, and the reason why is all you need to do is download some sort of keyboard auto clicker. That's literally it. If you go to Google right now, you can literally type auto clicker. It doesn't even have to be an auto clicker. You can just type in like keyboard controller, and there will be many websites that pop up which will allow you to download free applications. Just make sure they're not viruses, but you can download any free application, and it will automatically click buttons on your keyboard or hold them down. So I can literally go onto my computer right now. Here we go. I just downloaded some random auto clicker. It was literally the first one that popped up, OP auto clicker. So as you can see, I got a bunch of options here. I can set it from hours to minutes to seconds. So let's say I set it every, 5 seconds. The auto clicker will do, I don't know, it doesn't matter. I can make it a single click, and then I can make it a left click. And then I can repeat this, infinite amount of times. So we can do 6 times and start. And then if I make my way over to GTA, we can see that the game should automatically click 6 times. And that's it. That's all it's going to do. So there you go. As you can see, it is automatically clicking. So left click, and it's going to do this every 5 seconds, over and over and over. And I can set this for an unlimited time, right? I can just set it to repeat. So instead of setting it 6 times, I can just automatically set this to repeat, start, and now if I leave my game on left click, it's just going to keep doing this over and over and over. I will never get kicked with this method. It is by far the simplest way, if you are a PC player, to never get kicked from the game. There is no AFK method you need to follow. Simply download an auto clicker. Congratulations! You have solved the problem. Rockstar will never be able to patch this, because even if they do patch this, you can also do a hotkey setting. Or not, you can also get, even without an auto clicker, you can download other ones as well. Like, you can download one for keys. You can set it so that your W key is always held down, or your character's W and S is also only held down, so they'll keep walking in circles. It is just so easy to never get AFK kicked on PC. So this is not a problem. This is something that's super easy, and I would just download an auto clicker. You can type in OP auto clicker, which is the one I used. Seems fine. it'll get the job done. Yeah, in general, PC is pretty brain dead when it comes to going AFK. I don't think anybody should be struggling there. When it comes to console, it's definitely a bit of a different story, and the reason why is because there are no auto-clickers you can download for console. There are remotes which have auto-clicker software modded into them, but unless you buy a remote that's 150 bucks, you're not really going to be getting that capability. So you're going to have to follow different paths. And these are still pretty simple, and I'm going to be showcasing a couple different ways to not go AFK. The first is one that everybody already knows about, the rubber band method. You just stick rubber bands in between the two joysticks, and your camera just does this, and you won't go AFK. It works, but it does bring the downside of stick drift. Over time, if you continuously do that, it's possible your remote's going to automatically get misaligned, and then your vehicle will start turning like this, even if you're not touching anything. That is a serious problem, and if you don't have enough money to buy another remote, if stick drift does occur, well, you're going to have to deal with that, and it can be really annoying, especially if you're aiming in PvP or something like that, so yeah, keep that in mind. It's especially irritating when your camera just starts automatically turning because your remote being misaligned, so keep that in mind. Now, if you do have a nicer high-end remote, something like a Nikon or any remote that uses magnetic digitizers, it's not possible to get stick drift. I said this in the past, and there are a lot of people trying to argue with me, but no. Hall effect, or should I say magnetic digitizers, do not get stick drift, and we can read that right here. No physical moving parts. Stick drift on analog controllers usually happens due to wear and tear on potentiometers, resistance-based sensors. Magnetic digitizers use Hall effect sensors, or magnetic-based tech, which detect the position of the joystick or stylus using magnetic fields. In other words, basically it's not possible to get misaligned because it just uses a magnet. There's no actual moving parts here. So you can't really get stick drift. The only ways you're getting that is magnetic misalignment or electrical issues, none of which are caused by using rubber bands. So in other words, if you have a nice higher end remote and you know that it uses Hall effect sensors, you do not need to worry about stick drift. But that is something that probably most of you aren't going to have. If you have a stock standard Xbox remote or a PlayStation remote like me, you're going to be running into that issue. So do keep that in mind. But there are very easy ways to counteract this. My favorite way is simply going to the pause menu and pressing right or left bumper. That's it. Notice how it's just scrolling through the settings. It will do this indefinitely. Literally, all you have to do is get a teeny bit of tape and put it right at the edge of the remote. If you don't have tape, you can also just place your remote on a table and it will automatically press the bumpers, as you can see, like that. Very easy to do, and as long as you have something to balance it on, you know, I don't think this is heavy enough, but if I did have something to balance it on, you know, pretend that I had something. Oh, there you go. That's how easy it is, right? Now I can go AFK, I can leave, I can do whatever the heck I want. I'm not going to get kicked. This is a very, very easy method. Another way is D-pad. The D-pad not only scrolls through the settings here, but it also scrolls through these settings on this page. So you can hold the D-pad down, you can have something to hold your D-pad down, or you can have something to press right or left on the D-pad. This is incredibly easy, does not require much effort, and will always work. I've tested it, you shouldn't get kicked, not unless Rockstar patches it, but in general that's a very easy way. The final method is definitely one of the easiest, and it's simply holding down the triggers, right? These can't get stick drift, and, you know, they're just simply springs, so it's not like they go bad. So point being, all you need to do is simply place your remote down, and that's it. My remote's placed down, as we can see. You might have to put something on it so that it stays up a little bit. Let me see if I can... Almost. Oh well, either way, if you get something to lean your remote on, there you go. As you can see, I was able to lean it on my keyboard. But in other words, if you get something to lean your remote on, you can either have both triggers pressed down, which is going to cause your vehicle to spin tires, or you can just drive your vehicle into a tree and then hold down the right trigger, and your vehicle's just going to keep driving like this. As long as the trigger's held down, you're not going to get kicked. It's that easy. So those are the methods that don't really put wear and tear, at least too much wear and tear on your remote. I would definitely say the least amount of wear and tear is simply just holding the button down. This is not really going to cause any damage to your remote, and it will be the most effective over time. So that would be my recommendation, but you can obviously let me know your personal feelings, comments, and opinions down below. And if there's any AFK methods that I've missed, well, you can let me know. But the good news is that this video, these methods aren't really patchable, so that's the good news, right? Rockstar's not going to be able to patch you actually pressing buttons. But either way, you can let me know your personal feelings. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!